there's a lot of special things happening in the month of May at Belmont Zen Center, so I decided to put a little video together and give an overview, communicate to folks what's going on, so that maybe that can help people find things that they might want to take part in or get involved in. We'll be starting the month on the 1st, on Wednesday, with our usual Wednesday evening service. Nothing too terribly special about that. But then on the Sunday following that, on the 5th, in the afternoon at 2 o'clock, we're going to be participating in a joint community-wide Vesak service in Pittsburgh at the Thai Temple in Monroeville. The Vesak is the Southern Asian Buddhist tradition of celebrating the whole life story of the Buddha in one day. And so that'll be happening on the 5th, and we'll be participating in that event over in Pittsburgh with all the different Pittsburgh Buddhist communities, of which there are a number. On that Wednesday, then the 8th, we'll be just having a regular evening service at 7 p.m. on that Wednesday with a formal Dharma talk. The interesting things really start happening after that. The 15th, the following Wednesday, rather than our usual Wednesday evening service, because that's the 8th day of the 4th month, and on the East Asian lunar calendar, and that's the traditional date for celebrating the birthday of the Buddha. We'll be doing a special Buddhist birthday service, and as kind of a little experiment, we're going to make that a family and kid-friendly service for anyone who's got children and who might be interested in participating in that event. There are some traditional things that happen with the Buddha's birthday that are kind of fun things that that kids might be interested in, and so we're going to try that, just a little experiment. So again, that's on the 15th, Wednesday the 15th, at 7 o'clock. Just coincidentally, things are hitting on Wednesdays in terms of these events that aren't necessarily directly connected to days of the week, but they happen to be falling on Wednesdays in this May. The following Wednesday is in lieu of our usual Wednesday service for the 4th week of the month. That happens to be the full moon for May, happens to fall on that Wednesday, the 22nd. So we'll be doing our full moon service on that Wednesday. The full moon service is focused on sort of the moral teachings and the precepts of Buddhism. Generally, we that's not a good service for first timers to come to, but anyone who's come before, who's come to an intro workshop maybe, but has never actually come to a service, and you know who you are, there are several people that describes, this would be a good opportunity to maybe jump back in, especially since this particular full moon in May is the beginning of Angol, which is the summer period of more intensive practice. So this would be a good opportunity for someone who's maybe come before but not come for a while, or come to an intro workshop but not actually gotten involved in coming to services regularly, to sort of deepen that connection, make a firmer commitment to actually participating in Buddhist practice by coming to that full moon service, and that sort of being the launching point for more things happening. The Saturday following that, we're going to be doing, it's going to be a busy day. In the morning, for regular participants, we're going to be having a couple hour long mini-retreat, meditation retreat, for folks who want to engage in sort of longer and more intensive practice. So that'll be happening on the morning of the 25th. In the afternoon of that day, at 2 o'clock, we'll be doing another introductory workshop for anyone who's interested or curious and wants to find out more or learn a little bit about meditation and so on. So that'll be happening on the afternoon of the 25th. Since it's Angol, this more intensive practice period during the summer, beginning on Monday the 27th at 7 a.m., we're going to be doing live streamed morning services. That's a service of about 35 minutes long, with a slightly longer meditation period than we usually do at our evening services, and then a short liturgy at the end of the service. So those will be streaming live on YouTube at 7 o'clock, but then they'll be available. There'll be a recording there if you don't get up that early and you want to do it at 8, you want to do it at 9, you want to do it on Tuesday. It's available there for then folks to be able to use those recordings to be able to engage in that sort of practice after that time. And then on the 29th to end the month, we'll be again back to our usual Wednesday 7 p.m. service. So again, there's several different ways that folks who've not been involved can connect this coming month in May. There's also ways that folks who maybe dip their toe in the water earlier, perhaps by coming to an intro workshop, but then haven't come to services and didn't get any further involved in that, to be able to come back and deepen that connection and get more involved in the life of the community and in the practices in your own life. So if you have questions about any of those things, I'd encourage you to ask about it. I also want to take this opportunity to remind everybody that we're in the midst here of doing some fundraising for this period poverty project with Neighbors Helping Neighbors. The initial announcement about that got a lot of likes on social media and didn't generate very many donations. So if you're interested in donating to that very worthy cause, there's a link on the website for the Zen Center that you can utilize to be able to make those kinds of donations. Again, coming through us to Neighbors Helping Neighbors makes it a tax-deductible donation if that entices anyone to give a little more. And that'll be continuing through the month of May. So if you're interested in participating in that, I'd encourage you to do that as well. Thank you very much.